I posted a video the other day with my face very close to the camera and I'm looking up and the comments were like, girl, your under eyes are creaseless. So I figured we can do an updated under eye routine to get the most flawless under eyes. But I just want to say that creasing is very normal and everybody creases. Let's just get into my under eye routine. Important steps to a flawless under eye is: one, when you're putting on your foundation, make sure you're avoiding your under eye area. Second is a hydrating under eye cream. One, your under eyes will thank you and so will your concealer. The first thing I do is I use a color corrector, and this is Cherry Light by Huda Beauty. I love Cherry Light because it's also going to correct and brighten up my under eyes. You can instantly see that difference in how that color corrector just brightened up my under eyes. If you're not using a color corrector, I highly recommend to get on it like ASAP. I'm a full coverage girly when it comes to my makeup, so I am using a full coverage concealer. Huda Beauty is definitely in my top 3. I absolutely love the consistency of this. I love the way it makes my under eyes look. I also don't feel like this concealer is too heavy or drying for me. I like to do 2 different concealers. I usually do my brightening shade right in my inner corner. You also want to avoid adding your concealer directly underneath like your eye folds. And then I'll go in with a little darker concealer, and which you guys can't really tell, but it has a slight difference. Apply that kind of right in the center and just drag it outwards. I am a powder puff girly when it comes out to blending out my concealer. You guys already know that, and I always say it gives me the most flawless under eyes. I also like to use my powder puff dry, but make sure the powder puff that you're using isn't the powder puff for your powders. Right in the middle, I'll kind of leave my inner corner for last and really just press that concealer into the skin. The blend of a powder puff is honestly unmatched. Like, look at how flawless that's already looking. Or blended out your concealer with a powder puff, just give it a try. I promise you, you will not look back. Before I set my under eyes with powders, I always go back in with cream blush so everything just looks super seamless. Before I set my face and my under eyes, I always drench my face in MAC Fix Plus. When I mean drench your face. My flawless under eye routine consists of the Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder and the Huda Beauty in shade Cherry Peach. No matter how many powders come out, how many powders I've tried, I will always stay true to these 2. Have never let me down, and it gives me like porcelain doll vibes. That you're tapping out any creases before you set your under eyes. Take your powder puff and your pressed powder. Do not go with your powder puff looking like this underneath your eyes. Make sure that you're tapping out the excess and just evenly coat that on your powder puff. Pressed powder before loose powder always, because do you see this difference? Instantly gives you the most flawless under eyes. This is exactly how I love my under eyes to look: smooth, flawless. It's giving. It's giving. Now taking Easy Bake in shade Cherry Peach. Also love to bake my inner corners to really help brighten up my under eyes. Taking the remaining of that loose powder all over the skin to give me the most smooth filter allegations type of base. Like, do you guys